Welcome to Katie Calls BS, the podcast where we cut through the noise in course creation, digital products, and business strategy. I'm Katie Miller, bringing you blunt advice, real action steps, and the occasional F-bomb because building a business is hard and the BS isn't helping. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another episode of Katie Calls BS. Well, 2026 is off to an interesting start. As my friend Natalia said in one of her reels last week, building your business is weird in times like this, but also essential because it is only up to you to pay your bills. No one else is coming to save you. I can't tell you how many times I hear, I want to scale my business, but I just need more clients. I'm going to stop you right there because more clients won't fix what's actually breaking your business. It just makes the cracks louder. The I just need more clients BS, it's familiar. It feels controllable and comfortable. It avoids the harder decisions about delivery, structure, and boundaries. It's something we can manage by working harder, networking more, talking to more people. Do you notice the more part of that? It requires more of you, but do you have more to give? Be honest. Do you really have more to give at any given point during the year? Right now, in the time of the world that we're in, do you have more to give as a parent to your business? It requires more of you if you want to have more clients. Scaling your business does not mean more of you, more of your time, more delivery. Do you get more revenue? Maybe, but you have to decide whether that's worth it because there's a downside. More clients doesn't solve broken delivery. It exposes it. Delivery load caps revenue. What most people don't calculate when they take on more clients and increase their revenue is the hours per client, the cognitive load that comes with it, the emotional labor, the follow-up and support time required for each client, the context switching between clients. The reality check of that is if your revenue is tied directly to your time, there is a ceiling. Are you adding more hours? If you're taking on more clients, you probably need to add more hours. Will it require another hire? Can you do that? Are you able to afford that? Or are you taking on more clients so that you can have more revenue and it's still just going to be you? Scaling your demand without changing your delivery method means you're hitting burnout before profit, which is not what any of us want. So you're left in this BS cycle of, I'll figure it out once more money comes in. It's fine. We're all fine. I'm going to figure it out because I'm going to have more money coming in. And that is always a good thing because more money is just great. Not really. Because what you're going to figure out is the system is going to collapse. Trust me, the system will collapse. You're going to be in a place where it doesn't matter that you have more revenue that came in because your system collapsed. And now you're losing clients. So you're screwed and you're in this whole cycle all over again. Now, here's why just getting more clients is the wrong move for you right now. What happens when you market harder without the infrastructure and the systems to back it up? It's like playing a constant catch-up game. You're always behind, which is the worst feeling. You tend to look at the more revenue and more client part, but the foundation of your business wasn't ready. It wasn't strong enough. So you're looking at this like long-term run of, this is so great. I have more revenue. I have more clients. I'm growing so much. My business is growing. This is amazing. But the foundation of your business wasn't strong enough. So what you have is slower response times, sloppier delivery. You have an inconsistent client experience, lower retention of clients, more refunds, and more resentment. None of that is good for business because you're not going to get the testimonials from your clients, you're not going to get the reviews from your clients, and you're not going to have the quality of business that you want. The increase in demand means a cognitive overload, which is a reduction in performance or output for your clients. The coaching calls aren't as great, your product isn't what you want it to be, the foundation you built your business on starts to crumble. There's decision fatigue, which means an increase in mistakes. Clients don't get everything that they were promised. You miss deadlines. If things aren't automated, you forget steps in the process. There's a lot of times when we start our business that we start moving really fast. We may not even know all the things that we need when we first start our business, or even when we're in the middle of our business. That messy middle in the business, when we're trying to figure things out, or when we're growing our business or changing things within our business, changing offers, trying to grow, trying to scale, and we have adjusted things that we don't even know what we need to change and adjust. When you are moving fast and you are constantly playing the catch-up game, you forget steps in the process. All of that leads to so much decision fatigue. You can't move fast enough. That also leads to burnout. Burnout lowers creativity and strategic thinking, and it takes time to come back from that, which leads to further delay for your clients. This is such a vicious cycle. You are constantly playing catch up as you are trying to do things for your clients. You are trying to take care of yourself. You are trying to complete all your projects. You are trying to market your business. You are trying to do everything, but you are constantly playing catch up, and you can never do anything to move your business forward because you are always just trying to get to the next client. Once you finish a project, you have to find the next client. You are always trying to get to the next month, always trying to stay on a full client load. This isn't a mindset issue. This is a systems issue, which can be solved early. There's a hidden cost of just one more client. The lie that we tell ourselves is of this, it's just one more. I can take on one more client. It's no problem. I have time for one more client. How much work could it really be? The reality is one more adds friction everywhere else. One more steals time from improving offers, from fixing systems that could be broken or flawed, or where something broke that you don't know about on your website, in your systems, wherever it may be, from building leverage, from building anything in your business, from resting. The pattern that you're going to see in clients is revenue goes up, capacity goes down, and resentment follows. You do not want your clients to be resentful. That's not good business. It's not scaling. You're in survival mode at that point. We all get in survival mode at some point in our business. We don't want to stay there. The real decision you need to make is not, how do I get more clients? It's, can my delivery handle growth? What breaks if I double demand? What's costing me the most energy per dollar earned in my business? This is where most people avoid looking, because they are so focused on getting more clients to increase their revenue. They do not look at what is going to break in my business if I take on more clients. But growing demand before fixing delivery will backfire. People don't want to hear this part. When you focus on getting more clients before fixing how you deliver, your time breaks first. You add clients, not capacity. Your calendar fills and your energy drops. Revenue stalls because you're capped out by your hours. You do not have more hours in the day for more clients. You can only work so many hours in the day. You hit a hard ceiling. That is the bottom line. You cannot add more hours in the day. Then what happens is your client experience starts to slip. The client experience gets worse, not better, not because you don't care about your clients or you are bad at what you do, but you're rushing and you start to cut corners. Support slips. Results slow down. Retention of clients drops even if sales go up. You mistake your sales problems for delivery problems, and you think you need better marketing because you want to bring in more clients. Oh, I must need to market better. But what you actually need is a cleaner way to deliver what you already sell. You don't need more products. You don't need to market more. You have everything that you need within your business, but you're building stress instead of growth. More people pulling on a messy system doesn't scale anything. It just makes the mess louder. The smarter move, before you market harder, look at how many clients move through your offers, where your time is getting eaten up. What could be simplified or reused or structured once instead of explained 100 times? That's the difference between growing sustainably and burning out with successful sales. That's when businesses look really good from the outside, but internally they're a mess. When you have those businesses that all of a sudden shut down, but you thought that they were the most successful business from the outside. It's not a sales problem. It's not a messaging issue, and you don't need to market harder. When you do it backwards, you get marketing harder, you get burnout, panic, and then you rebuild. And then you do it all over again. You market, you burn out, you panic, you rebuild. And then you keep doing that. The smarter move would be to audit your delivery. You fix any leaks that are there, clarify the structure in your business, and then you increase your demand. It's a sequencing issue. It's not a motivation issue. It's not I need to come up with a new offer. I need to come up with a whole new structure of my business. It's not that. You have everything that you need. When your delivery is clean, demand becomes easier to handle. When it's not, more clients means more stress. And this is why we start with the delivery audit before telling anyone to sell more. What the audit actually diagnoses is where your delivery load is too heavy in your business, which offers are draining versus supporting your business. What can be turned into products? What can be automated? What should be simplified before scaling? Because if you scale before you fix the delivery, you're not growing. You're making the problem worse. You're not ready to scale. You're just going to make your business messy. And it's going to become a problem down the road. So you might be bringing in more revenue, but at some point your business is going to break. You might as well fix it early on before it gets to the breaking point. Because you don't have a long-term business. You have a short-term business, and we're not trying to make it a short-term business. We're trying to make it a long-term business. So if 2026 is the year you want things to feel easier, Lord, don't we all, more stable and more profitable, stop asking yourself how you can get more clients and bring in more clients to get more revenue. We all want more revenue, but it's not always through clients. Start asking what your business can actually support. Clarity always comes before scale. Always, 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 always. But if your business cannot support more people, especially in a one-on-one, and you don't have time to support that, it's not going to work. I'll see you next time. If this episode hit home, your next step isn't to build anything. It's to audit what you already have. I offer a paid infrastructure audit where I review your current offers, delivery load, and where your business is relying too heavily on you. You'll get a clear decision doc and a Loom walkthrough outlining what actually makes sense next. The link is in the show notes.